All right, number one, we have two parts. It wants us to list the domain and range of the relation, and it says enter repeated values only once. So make sure if it's repeated, you only list it once. These are not in any particular order, but when I do list these, I like to kind of go from left to right, and I don't think the order is going to make a difference here. So the leftmost point in the x direction is going to be -9. So I'm going to do that one first. And then the next point is this one down here, which if this is 10, 9, 8, this is going to be -7. And then the next point that we get to going from left to right is -4. This is on the -4x value. And then the next point we get to would be a +2. And then the next point we get to is 5. And then the next point we get to is 9. Okay, and then we're going to do the y values the same way. I'm just going to go from bottom to top. So go to the lowest point that I can see, which I get is -8. And then I'm going to go up, and the next one I get to looks like -7. And then going up from there, we had a couple of points on this line, but that would be represented by -2. And then go up and we have -1. And you can verify these by looking at your x and y values up here. -7, -2, -8, -1. And those are the numbers we have. And that's kind of go in smallest to largest order. Okay, so now we want to know, does this represent a function? So if I did a vertical line, would I hit any point, any 2 points? I would only hit each point once. So this would be a function because it hits each point once. It doesn't hit a point twice. All right, now number 2, we're going to do, does this graph represent a function? So again, I would do vertical line test. And if I drew vertical lines, it would only hit the graph once. So this would be a function. And then we want to know the domain and range. So as kind of mentioned in the notes or the overview, going all the way left, this arrow will continue to go left. This one on the right will continue to go right. I know they're pointing downward, but you got to think about left and right when you're doing domain. So all real numbers for the domain. And then the range, these are going down. So starting at -5, everything is going down. So from -infinity, it comes up as high as -5. So you always have to list it in increasing order, so from smallest to largest. So we need this keypad, and we want infinity on the left and a bracket on the right. Bracket indicating that we will reach this number 5, just not go past it. So we're going to say -infinity up to -5. And so that's the range value.